Are you having fun in your business? I mean, it should be fun, right? Well, sometimes the fun gets overlooked when you're dealing with the have-tos, the complexities of being your own boss and actually running the show. It's my goal that this, the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast, can help reignite your spark of fun by providing tips, tools, insights, and inspiration so you can enjoy running your business in the simplest, easiest, most fun way possible. I'll be sharing practical tips and ideas that you can implement immediately, along with business and money mindset insights to keep you moving forward no matter what's going on around you. I'm your host, Deirdre Amies, the Fun Business and Money Coach and founder of Powered by Personality. Let's play. Hey there, and welcome back to the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast. I'm your host, Deirdre Amies. Now, full disclosure, I was honestly stuck for what to share with you in this episode right up until just a few hours before I hit record. Yes, I have a big bank of ideas that I can call on to inspire me, plus I'm always learning new things that will help my own business and yours. But still, I didn't know what to do. And that thought alone reminded me that I'd written something a couple of years ago about what to do when you don't know what to do. And that is what we're diving into today, because I know that I'm not alone in thinking that. It's no surprise to anyone at all that we live in a very noisy, busy, cluttered, and distracting world. Aside from the obvious pandemic reasons, there's various wars going on and there's all of that political BS distracting everybody. And on top of that, we uprooted our lives from Sydney and we moved to just north of Brisbane in Queensland in 2022. So there's been a lot going on, and it's no wonder that we can easily feel overwhelmed. There's been so much hurled at us that it's easy to lose sight of the things that really matter. The whole reason that you started your business in the first place. So I want you to take a moment to think about that. Why did you start your business? It might have been because you finally wanted to make money doing something that you love and you were already doing it for free. It might have been because you were fed up with being an employee and you wanted to feel some sense of control over your own direction. Or it might have been because you wanted to travel the world and have more freedom, so you figured out how you can make money from your skills online. Whatever your reason was, it matters, especially when you hit a wall and you're feeling stuck about something. I started my business for two reasons. The first one is I couldn't ignore the pull to be my own boss any longer. I was beyond frustrated with being told what to do and when to do it. There were micromanagers and personality clashes, and it all felt like I was slowly dying inside as all of the fun of being myself, my unique personality, that was being suppressed for the sake of others. The second reason was I just plain hated what I was doing by the end. The final straw was the expectation that I would do whatever they asked for no extra money. And I knew from experience that I'd burn myself out trying to meet those expectations. And I just wasn't going to go there again. Now, it still ended up happening that I burnt out to a degree, but I also took that as a sign from the universe that that door was closed, locked, never to be opened again, and that I needed to put my focus on being my own boss and growing my business, which I started about 18 months before the job ended. That is what motivates me to keep going. There's no going back to that previous life. Of course, that doesn't mean that I or anyone else always knows exactly what to do next, but knowing what you don't want to do is just as important. So when you find yourself thinking, I don't know what to do, here's what I would suggest you do. I've written a couple of points on this, all of which will seem kind of like they're the same thing said in different ways. And that's intentional because different personalities need to hear the same message. So the first way is to take a deep breath and let it all go. Literally, let's take a deep breath and let it out. Release the weight of the world, all of those obligations, all of your worries, all of it. Take a moment just to breathe. I know you know how to breathe. You've been doing it since the moment you were born. Sometimes we forget because it's one of those automatic things that you don't have to think about. So when I'm saying just breathe, I'm asking you to consciously think about it. Being still and focusing on taking a breath and then taking another one and another, that's like hitting a reset button. Sometimes that might be all you need to clear your thoughts. Sometimes I need an entire day of not thinking about work stuff and simply trusting my intuition to guide my actions, which may include lying on the bed reading a novel and falling asleep. It may be going for a swim, going to the beach, or even just going grocery shopping. That's what taking a deep breath and letting it all go can look like. What does it look like for you? What do you do when you step away from work, from trying to push through and forcing yourself to hit a deadline? As I discovered recently in a chat with a friend who's trained in human design, not forcing myself when the energy is wrong is exactly in alignment with my human design. For others, pushing through is exactly in alignment with theirs. Now, you don't need to go down the rabbit hole of human design unless you want to, but just take that moment to pause and breathe because the next right thing that you're meant to do will become clearer. The second thing is to put yourself first. This one is, of course, closely related to the first, but it is still a different perspective. If you're in crisis mode, if you're burnt out, you cannot help anyone else and be any good at it. I know that can hurt. You've got to do whatever you need to reset your own balance. It's not just self-care. This is soul care. And that could be as simple as allowing yourself to sleep. Go to bed early. Rest your body, your mind, and your soul. It could be pump up the good vibes, whether that's music, comedy, singing, dancing, anything that makes you feel good, do that. I have a go-to playlist that's always had me singing along and restoring my optimism and joy at the simplest things. It reignites my imagination and creativity where I might have felt blocked before. Suddenly the words are flowing and I feel all hyper about sharing it with the world. But that only happens when you're prioritizing your own soul care first. And as they say, self-care is not selfish. The other way that I'm going to say this is to listen to your heart. Yeah, I'm totally channeling Roxette here, but they are spot on. When we hit pause for a moment, it can feel really uncomfortable because we're actually trusting ourselves instead of some external influence. The thing is, you already know exactly what you need, but in most cases, you're dismissing it as silly, irrelevant. Who the hell would want that? Who would want to hear that from me? Well, I can tell you from experience, if you let that whisper from your beautiful, intuitive heart out into the light, something magical happens. It could be that you will fall flat on your face, but that's the furthest thing from failure. It's an experience that you needed to have in order to grow in some way or to see a different way forward. And it could be that your words, your energy, your offer, or whatever it is you choose to do, could be the one thing that changes one person's life. It might even save a life. So here's some questions that I would ask you if I was your business coach and you said, Dee, I don't know what to do. I would ask you, what's your core purpose in your business? Why do you do what you do? And go and journal on that or think about it. Just free write or free think. Record a voice note to yourself and tell yourself what's the core purpose in your business. How do you help people? What's your expertise and what are the results that people get from working with you? And what's the easiest thing for you to sell that makes you money? Go do that. Reach out to the people who've expressed an interest before and ask them if they'd like to do it now. Make offers, do deals, find a way to make the money. You also need to take action, because once you've reset yourself, there's no point in faffing about more. Just get on with it. You've got impact to create and there's money to make. What's that thing that you've been thinking about but you haven't done it yet? Is there a conversation you need to have but you keep putting it off for all the reasons? Whatever it is, make a commitment to yourself to do it in the next 24 hours. That way, you can stop thinking about it. You can let go of the outcome. You can't control the response of someone else. They may ghost you. That's on them. That's not your job. Your job, your action, is to put something out there and see what happens. My job is to remind you that you can DM me for a quick chat about getting my help with your business and money stuff. Whether you're stuck on your niche and your ideal clients, your offers, your pricing, or any other core element in your business, just ask me the question and let's see how I can help you. It may be my full Ignite Business and Money coaching program, which is a minimum 6 months. We'll get everything straightened out and firing on all cylinders during that time. It may be a business alchemy day where you fire all of your questions at me on Voxer and get everything answered so you can then take action and implement in your own time. Or it could be a combination of those two with my new GSD in 30 days offer, which is Get Shiz Done in 30 days. 30 days of coaching and support via Zoom and Voxer to get you out of the weeds and taking action. Whatever it is, your job is to let me know that you're stuck with something, and my job is to see if I can help. Send me a DM. I'm at Fun Business Fun Money, all one word, on Facebook and Instagram. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm Deirdre Amies there. Or you can email hello@deirdreamies.com if that's your preferred way to communicate. You'll find the links to all of those in the description and the show notes of this and every episode. That's what I got for you today. I love helping people figure out what to do next and make the money they need through their expertise. Nobody expects you to have all the answers all the time. Even if you've got your big plans for the year all mapped out, it's easy to feel stuck and not know what to do. But you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay on the struggle bus. There's a much smoother, more fun ride available anytime you want. Take care, take a breath and reset yourself and have fun taking action. I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. If you found this episode useful, make sure you hit that follow button on your chosen podcast platform so you get the notifications when each new episode goes live and you don't miss anything. If you know someone who would also get something from it, don't be shy, share it with them. One of the best things about being a business coach for online entrepreneurs is helping them make sense of their creative ideas and turn them into a simple, clear business system that actually makes money. A client recently described me as a castle building expert. You've got the big vision and some of the building materials already. but you don't quite know how to bring it all together into a solid foundation. Then I come along and I show you the blueprint that makes sense of it all. I love that analogy. And I'd love to show you your personalised blueprint, the one that's just right for you and your clients. But I can't do that until you join Ignite, my business and money coaching program. So head on over to deirdreamies.com/ignite for all the details. Fill out the application form and let's talk about building your castle in the simplest, easiest way possible.